Okay, hi guys, this is Mr. Russell here to show you how you're going to construct your contraption for testing out angle of impact to see if the math that we're using actually matches up the way it should. So you're going to actually conduct an experiment to see if it does what it does, okay? What you're going to need is a clipboard, 2 pieces of duct tape, a protractor, and I actually printed these out on transparencies, that's why they're clear and they work better that way. A book, which is really just there to hold some things up, and you're going to need some of these note cards that I have cut. That should be enough. If not, you can cut a few extra. You'll need one of these calipers that we've used to measure drops before. Remember, you always use the outside numbers, and it's wherever the 0 ends up. Outside numbers wherever the 0 ends up. Last thing you'll need is a dropper full of blood. Okay, so first thing we need to do is tape down our clipboard. Okay, so I'm just going to use a little duct tape. I'm going to tape this down. I'm going to match it up perfectly with the edge of the table, or as close as I can anyway. Also, you want to make sure you have the hinge side, the tape side, facing to the left. Otherwise, you could do it the other way, but it gets a little more complicated when you're trying to read your protractor. So tape on the left, not on the right. Okay, so tape on the left, clip on the right. How about that? Okay, I'm going to flip that over and add another piece of tape, which holds the whole thing together. Okay, I'm going to flip that back over here. I'm going to grab a note card and clip it in. Okay, then I'm going to attach my protractor. The reason I printed them off on the transparencies is so that we can attach them to the table and look right through them. Okay, so the center of it, I'm going to try to put right at the hinge where this clipboard is going to rotate. And then I'm going to tape it to the edge of the table, which will kind of hold it up, but you'll have to give it a little bit of help. So make sure that edge is lined up, and then and tape that down. Okay, and you'll see that right now it's lying flat at 0 degrees. So what the book's here for is to just hold this thing upright. Okay, there's one very important thing that you got to remember, and people make this mistake all the time, is they want to read from 0. But what you're going to do is actually drip your blood vertically. So the angle we want to measure is this angle right here. So in order to figure out what angle you're doing, you're actually going to have to subtract from 90. So if you want to do a 20-degree angle, like right now my clipboard's at 20, that's not actually at 20, that's at 70, because this is the angle we're measuring, not this one. Okay, if I want to do 20 degrees, I need to crank this thing up to 70. And the weight of the clipboard is starting to cause the book to slide a little bit. You may want to grab 2 books. Okay, but now that is at, the protractor reads at 70, but this angle right here is now 20 degrees. Okay, so once that's set up, we're going to drip our blood. You want to do this from not too high up because you'll get some crazy splatters, and you also want to try to be consistent. So I usually go for just above the clip, and we're going to do 1, 2, 3 drops on there. You'll notice I had some fly off of the end of the car down here. That's fine because we're not going to measure that anyway, as you know. Something else that helps is to lay it down flat as soon as you are done, and then it runs less. So what I can do is take this card out and put the next one in and remeasure with the protractor. And that's what you need to know. Thanks.